The only thing that makes sense for what's going on in this country is that demons are influencing people, allowing their bodies to be possessed to run satanic agendas that are out here running. So if nobody's going to say it, I sure will.
Violence in the womb by abortion gives birth to violence in our streets. And if you continue to permit the slaughter of the most innocent in the womb, things will get much worse in Indiana.
I do believe from the 1600s, 1700s, and 1800s, if you study history, that homosexuality was a capital punishment in this country. I still believe that should be true today.
The root issue is identity. In our battles, not among flesh and blood, powers and principalities and powers in high places. Everybody's after identity right now. And when they can confuse your identity, they can destroy this country, and we the people who have imbued our power into the representatives can run another agenda that's frankly demonic. And if you can't say Jesus Christ has come in the flesh, your body is possessed most likely by demons, or you haven't invited him in.
Now, you repeated these 4 words at the very end of your oath with perhaps your left hand on the Bible and your right hand raised. What did you say? You said, "So help me God." The oath you took was not only before the people whom you are to represent, but before the Lord Jesus Christ, to whom one day you will give an account as to how you've governed. Like pastors of local churches, you will have a higher standard when you stand before your Creator for being an elected official. And don't forget, He's the one who puts you there ultimately.
If I believe the Bible, that is not a threat to this community or to the council members or to any person in this room that is willing to follow the laws of the land and the law of God. They don't just hate me, they hate Christians. Their signs say God is a freak. They say that Jesus had 2 dads. They say that God is non-binary. This is not about steadfast, it's about God.
And God says that every sodomite in this room and in this country is a dog, and it's never been changed. And we have the authority and we have the right to preach the Bible without any apologizing whatsoever, without being shut down by the government or a mob of disgusting freaks who spew vile things at children and women at church. We should not be intimidated to attend church and worship the Bible and worship God and His Son, Jesus Christ. The city of Watauga and its police officers are allowing this community, this sodomite community, to intimidate church members from worshiping God the way He should be worshiped in truth. We believe Leviticus 20:13. They deserve death.
You read about the 10-year-old child that came here from Ohio.
Yes.
Because she was raped. Is that what you mean by Indiana becoming a tourism place?
I didn't see her specifically.
Would you say that young lady was supposed to have that baby?
Well, here's what I think we should say. I think rape should be a capital punishment, and that person should be executed first off.
Should that child have to have that child?
So God is the giver and taker of life, and God gave that young girl life. Despite a terrible circumstance, and you don't punish the child for the sin of the father.
Representative Liston, could you bring this back to HB 68, please?
Well, so I'm concerned that he's calling our members demons and saying that that's why we support this, or we are against this bill.
No, we're all hopefully human entities, but like what you allow to rule, you're a spirit, your soul, and a body, right? And what you allow to rule in the spirit controls your physical soul and your body if you're in order. A lot of times your body's in control, uses the spirit to feed its energy. It's kind of a medical physical conversation. I'm not calling you demons. I'm just bringing up the fact that you might be possessed and making decisions without the discernment of God.
All right, and I will just say on behalf of my members and those we represent of other religious backgrounds that any opposition to this bill, I will strongly say, is not from possession by demons.